This video is a presentation of Cumulus Media Inc. Cumulus is a NASDAQ Global Select Stock trading our ticker CMLS. Every day I sift through charts, and this is one I just kept coming back to because it had a nice bounce on Friday, up 8.13%. There's a noticeable spike in volume was one thing that caught my eye. 1.7 million shares traded. Now the bulls had a pretty good run on Friday. There was a broad market rally based on the jobs market in the States, so this may certainly had something to do with that. But a nice bounce and pinned right against a general area of resistance. I think I'm going to keep this stock on radar to see how it performs from here forward. One thing that I do like about it, we touched on this on a Mission IR video from Friday. MACD trending upward, PPO right about a baseline. Well, not super tight. It's the second PPO ADX pinch. And now what I'd look for is just PPO to trend back towards zero, because generally what will happen off of this, that PPO can continue to trend back towards zero. A lot of times that leads to a nice appreciation in share price. Now, as always, nothing's set in stone, but that is a commonality in technical analysis for people that like to play the pinch. Money flow index, of course, moved very sharply with a spike in volume, spike in share price. But leading into it, stock's still been on a nice uptrend, showing strong accumulation in the play. Although Chaikin money flow shows there was some pretty strong selling pressure. A lot of buying yesterday got that to snap right back up to even make that 20-day average move well towards an equality in buying and selling pressure. CCI was on a nice little upward trend, now make its way through negative 100. Good sign for bottom feeders that use the CCI. Full stow, coming out of oversold, showing some early stages of momentum. Tricks, the lagging indicator, is not going to get much from that, but similar to the MACD, just looking for higher lows and upward channels to be established, and certainly the breakthrough zero and the hold above zero is the bullish indication that people look for. Similar to the other quick movement, RSIs, another gauge of momentum, shot up on Thursday and Friday with two green closes. What my eye keeps coming back to on this chart is an area of resistance right here around $2.75. Now, not perfect, that's why I'm going to call it an area. You can see it served as support on several occasions, even served as support back here in May and early on in June. And with the bounce on Friday, I want to see how it's going to react. Might meet a little bit more at the 50-day moving average, which is always a key point at 285. See, historically, that was a little bit of support and resistance area. So even in that area, there's still a nice little upside to the play. If it can break through that, I'd anticipate this is going to come back up and challenge around 320. Now, that's a nice gain from current levels, about 25%. And, of course, it'd be touching on the 200-day moving average. So that's the immediate short-term upside I see to this play. And in the grander scheme of things, I'm always interested in patterns that could potentially be developing. Of course, as I mentioned, I like to see the second pinch. I like to see the PPO trending back towards zero. And if this can make a move and go up here and challenge this area, potentially what it could be forming is an inverted head and shoulders. So I'd pay attention to this key area of support and this key area of resistance should the stock price continue to push higher and break through this level here in the short term. Of course, I always pay attention to any potential downside. There is some support there at 260, but if this chart wants to come right back out and fade down, I'd look for support at 240. And of course, a bottom support at a 52-week low at 218. Even on dips like that, I'd still pay attention to this PPO and see if it's going to trend back towards zero, because that can be help identifying if the stock is trying to find a true bottom, and there could be a nice potential upside from that point forward. Now again, this is just a technical look at this chart. I have no idea fundamentally what's going on with CMLS, but as far as looking down the road a little bit, I see a potential pattern that could be establishing, and as such, I'd follow through on this and see how it performs. But as always, it's merely my interpretation of the Cumulus Media chart. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.